A live podcast. We want to say hi to Wanda Wesley. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good
Good.
morning.
Move that microphone a little bit closer to you.
Yes, sir.
Make Johnny's, Johnny,
Is that
make
better?
Johnny's job a little bit easier.
Is that better?
That's much better.
All right.
And
Great.
you are a coordinator of the literacy and involvement, parent involvement with Cumberland County Schools. Is that close enough?
That's close enough.
That's-
I work with the pre-K department with families, parent engagement, as well as recruiting kids for our pre-K program.
And Mary McLean, you're on camera right now. You're a parent volunteer.
Yes.
And she's on microphone. Is that 5? Yeah. Say hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, she sounds good too. And so all three of us are up on camera right now. For those of you who don't know, this is a podcast, so we're able to see the radio in action. Kenny, I can have you off the camera. You can go do things with Lindsay.
Okay.
Do what you have to do.
All right. We're going to take care of some stuff.
Now, I called Renata Moyd, as y'all know. I know her Clanton.
I did, yeah.
Did you know her as Renata Clanton as well?
I did.
Yeah, and we were talking about this program that you have coming up. Parents can get involved with it. You have a parent volunteer here. Let me stay out the way, and Wanda Wesley, you tell me all about it.
Okay, so we have our parent cafe, and it's coming up on this Thursday. And we're going to be at the Old Wilmington Road Resource Center, part of the Housing Authority. We'll be there from noon until 2, and it's free and open to the public. So we're hoping that families will come out. We've been doing parent cafes since about 2018 or so. And I just wanted to kick off this year, get more information out, get more families involved, more collaboratives, more partnerships, so that this great resource is more widely exposed to the community.
Give me a sense of what happens at these, because I've read the PSA that was sent out. It was talking about these are guided conversations that you can have with folks. What do you mean by that, and what's going to happen?
Okay, so they're guided conversations, and they're based on a program through Be Strong Families out of Chicago. And it gives us a strict format to follow. It gives parents the opportunity to express themselves, to be heard, to learn from one another. And everything is built along those protective factors that keep families strong. So that's what our whole intent is, to provide an opportunity, a resource, a service for the community where families can grow, learn from one another, be leaders in their own families, their own communities, and just continue to grow.
You know, it's not something you talk for. I think for about an hour or two. Is it a 2-hour session?
It's almost 2 hours.
2 hours, and you think that there's not much that can happen in 2 hours. But the fact that you have conversation at all is important. Talk about that, because sometimes people just don't talk.
And that's a key part of the parent cafes, is to give people an opportunity to talk. And we also practice being heard, too, listening skills, because sometimes people talk so much, nobody else gets a chance to talk. So part of the process are listening skills that we go over. We try to provide an environment that's welcoming and opening and non-threatening. So everyone who walks in there feels like, this is for me. I'm just as important as the next person in there. And one thing we always do is, regardless of what your job is, you're a parent first, or you're a person who's important in the life of a child. So you take off your name tag, you take off your hat. That's part of one of the things that we make sure you do. And we all put our names on. I haven't got name tags for us today if we wanted to practice. I'm just joking.
Well, you have one of your parent volunteers
Yes.
here. This is Mary McLean,
Yes.
who is. Have you taken part in one of these in the past?
Yes, I've been a part of the program for a few years now. It's very, very awesome. It gives people a chance. We've actually kind of like built our own community. We come together, we teach each other resources, and actually learn from one another's experiences. We always practice I statements, so this person has, really gone through it and can give you great advice on anything that you may be going through.
Now, for those who aren't familiar with I statements, explain what that is and how that works.
Absolutely. I statements means you're speaking from your own experience. You're not saying what happened to someone else or what you heard on the news or anything. It's something that you went through, so you can give your own personal renditions of.
I was talking with some of the candidates who come in here, and they wanted to talk about what somebody's not doing, this person's not doing. For me, it's what are you going to do?
Absolutely.
And I think that's kind of like what you're talking here. So these are I statements from parents, but I guess also from people like you.
Yes,
You-
we're on the same level playing field. We're in that space, and we all agree to certain things that we're going to do or not do in that space. So we have a list of our agreements that we call our Parent Cafe agreements. You want to share those?
Yeah, go ahead and share those.
Oh, okay. The first one is speak from your own experience, which is the I statements. The next one is listening attentively. We practice that where you let that person talk. You can't interrupt it all, and you really have to take in what they're saying. The next one is no judgments, positive or negative. You just want to let them be heard. Do not give any type of advice at that time. That's part of your listening skills and really taking in what they're saying. Confidentiality, whatever says there, is stay there unless it's something that someone can learn from, then you share it out, such as resources and things like that. And no electronic presence. We want you to be in the moment with us. So put your cell phones away unless it's something very important so we can all be there and attentive.
So I can't come in with my cameras and do a story.
Well, we have to get all of us to agree to that, and I think that might be a great opportunity for us to do something like that. So let's talk about that a little later.
Yeah, well, I don't look. I unfortunately for me, I don't have any cameras anymore. I got this radio mic, and I got Kenny Hitman McLean. Kenny can grab a microphone and a long extension cord. We can head over there and do something.
Yeah, you've got your cameras here. We'll just take them and rack
Take
them.
these cameras
Well,
and do this.
yeah, we really like to respect the parents and being in that space. And when we say structured, we follow a certain format every Parent Cafe. And it's based on the training that we receive to provide parent cafes. So that's we call the anatomy of a parent cafe. So like Mary shared, we'll make sure we agree, have certain agreements. We talk about what our theme is going to be for that day. We do a one-on-one where you partner with someone else and you learn about one another. You take turns. And actually the one-on-one is our listening activity.
A lot of these things you talk about, you think is going to help the students, but this really helps the parent
Yes.
get a better perspective of where things are with education. And, I've done stories where parents have gotten on school buses and gotten charges and things like that, or they come to school because my child has been bullied or whatever it might be. But the dialogue should be a certain way so that the chain of command within the school system can address the issues and hopefully resolve those.
I'm
Is that
glad you mentioned that because we often have, in addition to just the parents there discussing their topics or whatever our theme is, we'll have resource folks available too. We'll have tables with information that may show them how to go about interacting with the school and all test taking, all kinds of different topics, where they can get free baby diapers and just a lot of resources in addition to that structured conversation that we have. And one thing that we also do is we follow a set of questions that are from Be Strong families, but we allow the families to decide, the parents to decide which one they want to discuss that day.
Do you have a list of questions right there?
I have a whole box of questions.
Well, just give an example of a couple of them.
Okay.
What really sticks out to you when you get a group together of parents? What's some of the things they want to know or they want to talk about?
Well, it's so diverse, and I think that's kind of what makes it so much fun. We learn from each other. There's so many different topics that they want to talk about. But when I did say about the Parent Cafe, we stick to the protective factors. So all of our questions are based on these 5 protective factors. The first one is parental resilience. The next one is relationships, that we all need social connections. Then there's the knowledge of parenting and child development. And there's so much to learn about parenting and child development. One real big one is that concrete support in times of need. And that when it comes into play, when we have different resource people there, or parents will say, well, I found out that they're giving away supplies at this location, and sharing that information with one another. And then finally, the social and emotional competence of children, with our young children, having them able to stand up for themselves, speak for themselves, and to be heard. So an example of a question from Knowledge of Parenting, let's see. Let's see what's this here. Let me pick a good one.
They all got to be good. I didn't say
They
all got
are.
to be
That's why I'm
good.
taking my time. Okay, so let me come up with a really good one. Parenting and child development. How can you tell if your children are well nourished, and how do you ensure that they are? That's one example. Another one could be, how do you learn what you don't know as a parent? And that really opens a lot of discussions because some parents say, well, I took this workshop. Another one say, I'm doing what my parents did. And there's so many rich conversations come out of that.
Let
Different
me
topics.
stop you for a second because the thing is that the kids don't come with instructions.
Yes.
And each child is different. Each parent situation is different. Each home situation is different. And so because of that, sharing the information, you will be surprised how much you are like to this other person. And you probably think that you're alone. And now, Mary, I see you grinning, saying yes. Did you have an experience like that?
Absolutely. We always have eye-opening moments at every meeting that I've been to, and sometimes, like you said, when you think you're alone, another parent be like, "Well, I went through the same thing," and then they can tell you how they got through it, whether it was good or bad with that child, and that's something that you can take and learn from, or maybe try to spin off of what they did into your household to help. So just different things. The whole experience is a total learning process. I want to say that Miss Wanda is out in the community, so if you can get a chance to go to a parent cafe, once you go to one, you kind of get stuck and you want to keep coming back because of the friends that you make, the resources that you get, and just you being able to talk about things without judgment. And that's sometimes a big plus for a lot of people. Nobody's judging you. I might not agree with what you did, but I still understand that you did that. And is there any kind of way I can help you with anything that you have going on?
If you're just joining us right now, we have Wanda Wesley, who is the Family Literacy and Involvement Coordinator for Cumberland County Schools, and Mary McLean is a volunteer who's been through these cafes. These are called Be Strong Families Parent Cafes, and I'm assuming that no one brings their kids, or are they allowed to bring their children?
If we have support as far as babysitting, we may be able to bring the children. And we've done sessions at so many different locations. Like we've done evening sessions at the Partnership for Children, then we had someone watching the children. Of course, at the Housing Authority, we've gone to different elementary schools, daytime activities, evening activities. And what we like to share is that it's open to everyone. We call it parent cafes, but it could be an adult in the life of a child cafe, because we have all different types of folks who come to the Parent Cafe, and just to increase their knowledge of resources and support out there for families.
All right, we're getting close to the end of this, and I want to make sure that people know where this is. And there are multiple events. Give me the dates of the first one and the next one.
Okay, my dates here on my calendar. Okay, so the next one will be, Thursday. It's going to be from 12 until 1 at the Fayetteville Metropolitan Housing Authority. 12 to 2.
12 to
Thank
2.
you, Mary.
Yeah, these are 2-hour sessions.
These are 2-hour sessions.
Right.
And they go by so fast, so it seems like 12 to 1. Anyway, it's got 229 Lincoln Drive. And then after that, we're going to be at Hillsborough Street, 1307 Hillsborough Street. And this will be in a morning session from 9 until 11. Now, the ones that we have out there, we can have additional ones. So somebody calls and say, I want one for my agency. Because we want not just parents per se, but any agency would like to know about this so they can refer their families
Now,
to the service.
when you talk about agency, give me an example of an agency.
Like we've done it for the Child Advocacy Center. We've done it for the Partnership for Children. Probably several other groups. Schools.
If your school group wants to have parent night and want to have Miss
Yes.
Wanda there, that'll be great. Churches, when they have the children's church and you
yes,
want your
we've
parents to come in
done
and
it.
learn this information.
A lot of locations.
All right. Well, look, I appreciate you both coming out on no notice, because I called Renata yesterday.
I know, but we want an hour next time.
Yeah, look, I don't blame you.
Okay.
And because there's so much to talk about along these things here,
Okay.
and we'll schedule so that you can come back, because this isn't the first thing. And as a matter of fact, I mentioned to Renata Moyd that we want to have the school system come out, so we've scheduled the second Friday of every month to be Cumberland County Schools Day, and so they'll come in during I think the 7 o'clock hour,
Okay.
and have a chance to discuss things. Maybe the superintendent may come back, but he's kind of a low profile kind of guy. He's you have some folks who really like to be out there. He's more behind the scenes, really trying to make stuff happen. Is that the sense that you get from working with him, around him?
I haven't, but I would like to say that our pre-K department, we're starting pre-K registration next week, so
Well, that's good.
we'd love to go.
All right. Well, we'll talk to Renata. You know Renata.
Yes,
she
I
calls you.
do.
Tell her and say,
I
hey,
do.
I'd like to be the first one to come in there.
Okay.
All right. We appreciate you. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with Rachel Dunsing from CBS 17.
Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 58. Overnight will be mostly clear with a low of 35, and Wednesday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 59. Temperatures rebound today and tomorrow thanks to southwesterly winds, but a few showers are possible early Thursday morning ahead of a cold front, which will bring back colder January temperatures. That's your Favo forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, I tell you what, we're in luck right now because the heat is on. 27 degrees. That's the temperature right now in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and Spring Lake. You're listening to News Talk 640 with WFNC.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this